This homeless man spent years on the streets until one haircut revealed a face the world had never noticed before. For nearly 10 years, he moved through the same streets in worn clothes, with long hair past his shoulders and a beard that hid most of his face, and almost no one had any idea that one unexpected stop was about to change everything. Day after day, life followed the same pattern. He moved between sidewalks, shop entrances, and quiet corners where he could sit for a while. Crowds passed him with shopping bags, phones in hand, and places to be. Most people gave him only a quick glance before continuing on. Others did not look at him at all. Shop owners saw him often, but never learned his name. People recognized his hair and beard more than the man himself. What had once been a rough period had stretched into years, and with each setback, the distance between the life he once had and the one he was living grew wider. Starting over no longer seemed like something close. It felt far off, almost out of reach. Then, on an ordinary afternoon, someone stopped in front of him and did more than drop a few coins or ask a quick question. The stranger introduced himself and said he wanted to help. The offer was simple, but it was not the kind of thing he heard every day. He paused, unsure of what to make of it. After a short hesitation, he agreed to go with him. They did not head to a shelter or a food line. Instead, the stranger took him to a nearby salon. Inside, staff welcomed him, cleaned him up, and began cutting away years of overgrowth. His long hair was trimmed. His beard was shaped and cleared back. Fresh clothes replaced the worn ones he had been living in. By the time they were done, the man looking back from the mirror barely looked like the one who had walked in. What happened next began with a few photos. Someone took pictures of him before and after the transformation, and once those images were posted online, they started moving from one screen to another. People could not believe the difference. In one photo, he looked like a man most would pass without a second thought. In the next, his features were fully visible, and the change was impossible to ignore. As the photos spread, the comments followed. Many people said he looked like he belonged in fashion campaigns or magazine pages. At first, those remarks sounded like the kind of thing people say online when they are surprised by a dramatic makeover. But this time, the attention did not stay in the comment section. People connected to fashion began noticing the photos too. Modeling scouts saw something in his appearance that had been hidden for years. Once his face was fully visible, it became clear that he had the kind of look photographers often search for. The idea of modeling might have sounded far-fetched just days earlier, but now it was being placed in front of him as a real possibility. Before long, someone reached out to meet him. He was asked whether he had ever thought about stepping in front of a camera for a proper shoot. He had not. It had never been part of his plans, and it certainly had not seemed possible while he was spending his days on sidewalks. Even so, he agreed to give it a try. His first session was simple. A photographer put him in front of the camera and started taking test shots. It did not take long for people behind the lens to notice that he carried himself in a way that worked on camera. His face had detail, shape, and presence that made each image stand out. That first chance quickly led to more. Small clothing brands invited him for shoots, which then opened doors to magazine features. The magazine work brought bigger campaigns, and soon designers and photographers sought him out for his unique look. People who saw his images often asked, "Who is he?" Sharing his story only made it spread further. As his career grew, he often remembered the stranger who gave him that first real opportunity. Today, his face appears in major campaigns, magazines, and ads seen by millions worldwide.